The Lord is thy shepherd, I shall not want. Him maketh I lie down in a green pastures. Him leadeth I beside still water them. Him restoreth I soul. Him leadeth I another part of righteousness for him name's sake. Yea, though I RASTA, I go walk through the valley of the shadow of death. I can't fear no evil, for thy rod and thy staff them comforted I and I. Unu prepare the table before I in the presence of our enemy them. Unu anointed I head with unu oil. Me cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy I go follow I all the days of I Ivan. May I go dwell in the house of the Lord God Jah, where two and three meet in the name of the Most High Jah. And that's so Jaja there. If Jaja never watch upon your house, the watchman will go watch it in vain. The name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous run into it, and they may save. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but Jah shall deliver him from all of them. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High Jah shall dwell under the shadow of the Almighty. And I give thanks and I says unto your name, King of kings and Lord of lords, the conquering Lion of the tribe of Judah. Amasa Yahuda, Amasa Nagusto Nogasto Danielam. Komaya Sataya. Aimana Pio Aya. Kedama we groma be atela e. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushodemo, where we speak truth to power. Now, in every traditional African home, there is a black pot, and every time this black pot rests on the fire, there is something sumptuous cooking. Today, we're going to serve you with a delicacy that will blow your mind. We're going to serve you with something that you've been longing for. It is all in the interest of our country, our continent, our land. It is known as the Black Pot, aka Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power. Now, my brother, my sister, it's very interesting what we have. And what is it that we have? I'm going to begin the whole thing with this interesting thing, but I want to warn you. We don't do politics here. What we do is known as Pan-Africanism. What we do is called patriotism. We don't like to criticize, but if we must criticize, we would only just criticize to build and not to destroy. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power. Now, my brother, my sister, let's look at this interesting thing. The very first thing I'm trying to look at today is what I have entitled, The Ghost of E-Levy Haunts Nana Addo. The Ghost of E-Levy Haunts Nana Addo. Now, what's E-Levy? It's all about the electronic levy. Whatever transactions you have financially using the wires, electronically, my brother, my sister, you would pay a tax of 1.5%. Remember when Ghanaians fought against it and kicked against it. But because of the arrogant government that we have, they did all they could, legally and illegally, and passed the demonic E-Levy. Remember, it was on this show we described this E-Levy as a demonic tax. Remember how some people were not happy that we called it the demonic tax. Today, my brother, my sister, I want to walk you through the journey. When they proposed it, they even wanted more. But we fought against it, and they finally ended at 1.5%, my brother, my sister. Hey, remember they had to fly in Ajua Safo all the way from America, where she was having a great honeymoon. My brother, my sister, they brought her in all the way from America so that she could vote for the E-Levy in Parliament. Thanks to a hanged Parliament, now parliamentarians in Ghana are taking parliamentary duties seriously. A lot of parliamentarians in Ghana are just moonlighting. They have 4 other jobs, 5 other jobs, and even more. aside the parliamentary duty. At the end of the day, they are paid E-Levy. I beg your pardon. They are paid what is known as ex gratia. They wanted us to pay the E-Levy so that they would have hefty ex gratias. They brought in Addo Safo all the way from America, where she had abandoned all her duties as a Ghanaian in both parliament and also in the ministry. Her ministry of gender kept suffering because she was away. In fact, this is the first time we have a ministry that has no minister. A ministry whose minister is on an AWOL. At the same time, they flew in Kennedy Japan, who was just recovering from a surgery, a major surgery. They flew in another person to come in and vote for the E-Levy. We all know the drama that ensued. Remember, Akosua Frema also came out, in fact, and jumped into the melee when she went to the house of Addo Safo to bring her and talk her into voting for the E-Levy. Remember how much money was paid into the account of Addo Safo by her baby father, Kennedy Japan. He himself told us that. In her Fidelity Bank account. All because they needed to get her to come out from doldrums, from her hideout, and vote for the demonic E-Levy. They did all these things in order to pass the E-Levy. Yes, they succeeded. The minority in parliament played the game so dumb and so carelessly. Some of them already even wanted it to pass because they are not patriotic enough to hold the country to their heart and let the country feel their heartbeat. E-Levy was passed. Early this morning, we saw a tweet from the pseudo Prime Minister of the Republic of Ghana, and that is Gabi. Gabi Ochidaku tweeted, and watch it. Come along, hear me, come along. Gabi Ochidaku tweeted, after 5 months of stalemate in bashing the E-Levy, the implementation is delivering only 10% of estimated revenues. Our revenues remain very low as compared to the rest of the world. Debt levels dangerously high. CD, like most currencies, struggling against the dollar. And look at it. After 5 months of stalemate and bashing, the E-Levy, after implementation, is delivering only 10% of estimated revenues. Ghanaians have boycotted the E-Levy. They told us that the E-Levy was the Messiah. They told us that the E-Levy will let them build roads. They told us the E-Levy will stop them from going to the IMF and the World Bank for help. They told us that the E-Levy was everything. Today they have the E-Levy, but Ghanaians are not stupid. They have boycotted it. They will not use the wires anymore. They have made nonsense of the E-Levy, made nonsense, my brother, my sister, of the vice president's so-called digitalization. Now, Ghanaians have gone back to paper money. Watch Gabi. Yes, our revenue to GDP ratio is the lowest in the world, Africa. But with the current global hardships and cost of living rising everywhere in the world, a decision by any government to intensify taxation measures, especially for workers, may not be too clever. Watch this. Where were you when they were doing the E-Levy? Were you not part of those pushing it? Is it a trial and error government? You know that the globe in general is suffering. There's global hardship. Everybody is crying. A wise government will not think about taxing the citizens in these times. But your government did it. Is your government dumb or what? If by your own tweet, it will not be clever to tax workers at this time, and your government brought out E-Levy, you brought all the wisdom you could find to explain why E-Levy was necessary. But Ghanaians in their own wisdom have kicked against it, and you are making only 10%. Now, where is somebody saying that they are going to stop E-Levy? Watch it. The E-Levy is not the Akobam they promised. It has failed. Oh, really? And this is Dr. Addo Forson. Yes, it's failed. Why did it fail? Because Ghanaians are not donkeys. Ghanaians are humans. Ghanaians think. Even if Ghanaians wanted to pay, even if Ghanaians had too much money to waste, they would not spend it on an arrogant E-Levy. An E-Levy that was not thought about, was not well thought of, and just decided to unleash it on Ghanaians to strangulate them without being clever. Watch this. Government will withdraw the E-Levy. Yes, government will withdraw E-Levy if it's not helpful. If, where is the if? Where is the if? And who is this? The chairman of Parliament's Finance Committee, Kweku Kwatin, says, should the government access that the E-Levy is not helpful, it's not a helpful policy, it will be withdrawn. What are we talking about? Where is the if? Where is the but? Where is the if? The thing is not working. You are making only 10% of what you are supposed to be getting. And you are still thinking that it will work. Work at where? When? Ghanaians are telling you that you are not listening. You are only bent on building your cathedral. You are only bent on your family and friends. You are not listening to the wisdom of Ghanaians who voted you into power. What kind of a government are you? Now look at it. They are going to withdraw it. Trial and error government. A government that will not sit down and think in total. Inside out, up and bottom. No, they are only interested in money. Money. Where is it coming from? We don't care. Money. Money. There you are. My brother, my sister, as it stands now, follow me. As it stands now, E-Levy is at the ICU. Intensive care unit. In fact, E-Levy will continue to be a demonic tax. And the earlier they took it off, the better. Now, why is Gabi telling us that the E-Levy has failed? Was he not one of the proponents of E-Levy? Did they not say that E-Levy was everything? Did they not jubilate when it was vehemently passed in Parliament? Now, why are they crying? What should we do? Are they preparing our minds to do some other things? Maybe Ejapa, maybe IMF. What really are they telling us this to prepare us for? Manasseh Awini Azure is a journalist who loves Ghana. He has spoken. And what has he said? Look at Manasseh. Manasseh says what? Gabi's signaling, in fact, he says Gabi signaling the next options for the failed Akufo-Addo regime. That's correct. Gabi signaling the next options for the failed Akufo-Addo regime. And that's Manasseh. My brother, my sister, the regime has failed. My brother, my sister, the regime is visionless. My brother, my sister, this regime is nothing but an arrogant regime that will not listen to the voices of Ghanaians. And Ghanaians now have a way of kicking their butts and telling them that we have regretted voting you into power. My brother, my sister, how can we impeach Nana Akufo-Addo? Can you keep him for another 2 years of demonism? Can you keep this arrogant president for another 2 years? Will we survive it? Hey, an arrogant man like this should be impeached and sent back to where he came from. That is my opinion, and I stand by it any day. Dash it away. Let's look at the next thing. Now, the next thing I want to look at is about the same IMF. Gabi is preparing our minds for the IMF, right? Well, IMF, here comes our visionless president. No vision. Too much talk. Big English. Elizabethan English. Sleepy president. In 2015, this was what he said. For the first time in history, #history, an oil-rich country, some 5 years into oil production, is seeking a bailout from IMF. Of course, that was correct. I supported this. I hated the idea that we're going to the IMF and selling out our dignity. So when Nana Addo brought this, I was happy. But his prime minister in 2022, that's him, says, I am not for an IMF program that throws peanuts at us, but imposes conditions that will end up hurting the poor. Jobs and businesses are more COVID-19 and war in Ukraine are not of Africa's doing, but more to our doom. A program that pretends it is all our doing. A program that pretends it is all our doing. Well, some grammatical slips over there, but that's what he's saying. Gabi is saying that he is not for the IMF because the IMF is throwing peanuts at the poor and hurting the poor. But he's also talking about the war in Ukraine. He's talking about COVID-19 and talking about some other things. Are they preparing our minds for the IMF program that Nana Akufo-Addo vehemently fought against in 2015, which I supported him for? Why should an oil-rich country start producing oil and in just 5 years you are running to the IMF? Are you crazy? Are you guys okay? And that was what Mahama did. So we kicked out Mahama, kicked him away and asked him to go back to Pesingpe. Now you came from Chebi and we're expecting that you'll be able to do better. But you would get double kicks back to Chebi because you guys have no vision. Watch, I am not against an IMF program. That's what Gabi is saying now. Listen. A man who tweeted a few days ago that what? Oh, the IMF program throws peanuts at what. All of a sudden he's saying that he is not running against an IMF program. Really? Why? E-Levy, you said was going to stop you from going to IMF. What happened to the E-Levy? Ghana would have to borrow to pay wages soon. Gabi Ochredako, you guys are idiots, I swear God. You guys are wicked. We have to go and borrow to pay salaries and wages. And is it true that Gabi has a British passport? If he has a British passport, why would he go and sit in Britain? And let patriotic Ghanaians deal with their country. You see this dual citizenship thing I've been talking about? It is some of these things that are producing urchins and vultures that are sweeping on us and eating our carcasses after they have killed us. And I'm not happy. Watch this. Time is not on our side. Going to IMF is not a sin. And this is Bobkin. Who is he? Who is Bobkin? Oh, Dr. Godfred Alafour Bobkin. He's an economist. He had his PhD in Japan. PhD in Japan. He has been lecturing economics. He's quite knowledgeable. What is he said? He says the government is too large for the economy. It means those living in the house are strangulating the whole house and its foundation is about breaking. Economy can no longer bear the size of your government. You have grown larger than life, bigger than the economy, richer than your own country. So the foundations of your country are collapsing. Are we okay? Did you hear that? Now, who told me some time ago, a friend of mine in America told me that when it comes to the NPP, in fact, the economy is their best threshold. Is that your best? You will continue going back to blame Ukraine, Russia, to blame COVID. You will continue going back to blame ants and cockroaches for your failure. Nanado, your government has failed. You see your lies? Promising for nothing. Old men who lie night and day are not proper old men. Now this nation is going to remember you as one of the most lying presidents this country has ever had. And as for your pseudo prime minister, who allegedly holds a British passport, hey, posterity would judge all of you one after the other for destroying the legacy of Kwame Nkrumah, for destroying the legacies of our great ancestors. Ya Asantua, yes, Ndewura Japa, to Ajay the Red Hunter, and all the wonderful people. Even from Chebi, we had great ancestors, but you are dismantling that. Have you heard about Nana Dokua before? The king of queens. The only woman who became a king in the whole history of this country and beyond. Have you honored him? Eh? In these times, there's no honor for our heroes. That is why our country is falling apart. Hey, IMF, here comes our visionless president. Nana Akufo-Addo, clap for him. He and his lieutenants have finished this country. And we all are sitting back to cry. His own pseudo Prime Minister Gabriel Chidakun says that soon we will go and borrow to pay salaries and wages. Are you still going to build that cathedral? Come along. Are you still going to build that cathedral? So you borrow money to come and pay wages for people who are sweating to work. Yet you will build a cathedral for a God who does not work. For a God who stopped working after working for 7 days. For a God who rested on the 7th day and has been resting till now. For a God who made everything perfect and is sitting by to bless people. You are building a house for a God who does not live in a house made of bricks and mortar. What a people! Wonderful, dangerous Ghanaians. Fellow Ghanaians, fellow Ghanaians, fellow Ghanaians, IMF, here comes our visionless president. Dash it away, but remember, whoa! This is Che Guevara, and he says the IMF only has interests in the Wall Street. Think about it. Hi, this was a great leader, and we remember Che Guevara. We love Che Guevara. He loved Africa and did everything he could in his power to safeguard Africa. Che Guevara. Great man. Hi! This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushunum, where we speak truth to power. Remember, we are live on Pan-African TV, also live on Loud Silence TV, live on Ghana Web TV, and live also on our TV, Black Empire TV. We are also live on our YouTube channel, and that is the Black Empire Media. And our Black is spelled B-L-A-K-K. Do business with us. Our numbers are scrolling on your screens. Make sure that you call us. You can send us a WhatsApp message. We would always follow up to do business with you. Let us be that lifeline to your staggering business. And we take your businesses like it's our own. Yes. And we make sure that everybody gets to hear about your business. Our interest is in solidifying your standing and your grounding so that you will be able to look at Africa in a better perspective. Pick up our numbers and make sure that you get in contact with us. And remember, we are live in Togo, live in Nigeria, live in Senegal, Cameroon, the Ivory Coast, and all around the world via satellite TV. We are on a number of TV stations live and a number of satellite stations around the world. So your business will do very well with us. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power. Now, my brother, my sister, let's look at this. There's a guy called Shawn Mendes. Now, Shawn Mendes is an aviation expert. That's him. He looks Indian, right? Yeah, you are right. He's Indian. He was born in Mumbai. Yes, Mumbai in India. Somewhere in the 70s. He normally doesn't want to say when exactly he was born, but he is generous enough to tell us that he was born in India in the 70s. Now, my brother, my sister, I was also born in the 70s. So I love the 70s and the 70s born. You know, Shawn Mendes. Hear me now. Now, Shawn Mendes granted an interview right here in Ghana. And he talked about Nana Akufo-Addo's private jet. We're talking about the national jet, right? It's a Falcon. My brother, my sister, Nana Akufo-Addo doesn't want to fly. He wants to fly the one that he wants. The one that has the shower. The one that has several bedrooms. The one that will cost us 20,000 euros an hour. The one that will serve him all his childhood delicacies. The one that no other president in the world would like to fly except him. And I heard somebody, who was that guy? I think lawyer Kwame Addo or something. Yeah, a lawyer. I heard him say, oh, yes, you know, it's all about branding. You know, if the president arrives in a wheelchair or arrives in a aboboya, how are people going to take him? Hey, we are going to borrow and you want branding. You are flying to borrow and you are branding. You are branded more than the person you are even borrowing from. The people you are borrowing from are riding bicycles, so they don't know branding. Some of them are even riding in aboboya. My brother, a cockroach will remain a cockroach even if it wears a suit. Hey, listen, no matter how long the piece of wood stays in water, it never becomes a crocodile. You understand? So president has to brand. For that matter, he has to strangulate his people, squeeze money out of them, and brand himself. What a dangerous, greedy president. And what a dangerous, senseless lawyer. My God have mercy. You are those people who are killing Ghana. You are those people Kwame Nkrumah would send to Insawam to dine with JB Dankwa. Hey, my brother, my sister, watch this. It says what? An aviation expert based in the United States, Mr. Sean Mendes, has said that Ghana's presidential jet, the Falcon, is not ideal. It's not the ideal jet for long journeys. He said it may embark on such journeys, however, that will require a higher technical support and also with less baggage and passengers on board. President is flying and he needs 12 people. Is it a football team? Are you going to play against Chelsea? President is the goalkeeper. 11 players are playing and 1 reserve. Why? Have you heard of Magufuli of Tanzania before? He flew everywhere in the world on commercial flights. Today, the people of Tanzania are hailing him. Why would Nana Akufo-Addo do that? Does he have 2 lives? Does Nana Akufo-Addo have a diamond hat? Hey, Magufuli flew around the world, my brother, my sister, in passenger flights. He banned all his ministers from flying private, from flying chartered, and even first class. Everybody would have to be in the 3rd class. If there's even a 4th class, Magufuli would have done that. That's a man who is protecting the public purse. Not the lying braggart who said he will protect the public purse and is rather rip the public purse open and is sharing the money amongst his family and friends. Am I making sense? If I'm not, tell me. If you love Ghana, show your hand. If you had your personal business, would you put Nana Akufo-Addo in charge? Would you put Nana Akufo-Addo in charge of that business? Jesus have mercy. Hear me now, brethren. In the Black Pot, we don't do politics. What we do is called patriotism. We are patriotic to our nation. The way Nkrumah taught us to say it, that's what we are saying. Hey, so the Falcon cannot fly long distances unless the baggage is reduced, unless it flies with fewer people. What does the president need a team of 12 people to fly to a convention for? For what? This is a president. If he's going to drive from Accra to even Nima, he's in a fleet of cars that is made of about 500 cars. Why? And all of them are fuel guzzling V8s. Is that how we are protecting the public purse? I am glad this aviation expert has spoken. He needs to reduce the baggage, or else it will sink like the Titanic. You know? Now we people who have read literature, we read between the lines. Now, reducing the baggage is not all about your bag. It's also about your government. How many people are in an Addo's government? Blakk has already said it, that your government has become bigger than the whole country. The load of your government has become bigger than the whole country. So the economy is sinking. Come along. Hey, we are talking about the private jet that Nana Akufo-Addo has abandoned. The private jet that has been got for this country. Now they are blaming Mahama for not following up on President Kufuor's 2 jets that were supposed to be bought. My brother, the president is not interested in this jet. Such a beautiful jet. He doesn't want it. Which one does he want? He wants the one that has 4 showers. He has one that he will shower in the morning, in the afternoon another one, in the evening another one, in the night before he goes to bed a different one. Why? Is it voodoo or what? The president wants to jump in a jacuzzi, shower and wash off everything. Hey, your sins can never be washed up with all the water in the world. You guys, posterity will judge you harshly. I'm waiting to see that president that will fly with a lean team of only about 5 people. Anywhere you go, 5 people. 1 good journalist to be picked by the state. Number 2, you move with 2 bodyguards. Thirdly, I want to see the president move with a chef because your food is important. That's enough. Who else do you want? Family and friends to sing your praises where there are no praises? If I was president, I would travel with 2 people. I swear God will lie, Allah. 2. And you know who those people are going to be? 1 journalist and 1 personal assistant. The personal assistant will do everything. He will be bodyguard. He will be a chef. At the same time, look, we have talented Ghanaians. Ghanaians are magicians. Hey, in some offices, the boss is the boss, CEO. At the same time, he's his own secretary. At the same time, his own marketer. At the same time, he's his sales manager. At the same time, he's his own security man. At the same time, he's his own chef. I have done it time and again. The more you multitask, the more your brain remains sharper. True? 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 If I'm lying, say I'm lying. This is the Blackpot, aka Kukushu no more. But remember, Shawn Mendes says, he says, reduce the baggage. When you drop the baggage, the Ghana private jet can even go to Afghanistan. When you drop the baggage, it can fly like a bird, in fact like a kite. Think about it. It's proverbial. When Jesus Christ spoke to the people in parables, they did not understand. When a man came to Jesus Christ and asked him, oh, what is the meaning of this? He said, how long can you continue being a fool? I have taught you these things over and over. You keep asking the same things. These are not for idiots. Hey, Shawn Mendes has spoken. He said, hey, reduce the baggage. Travel light. Why would the president have to carry his whole house to travel? For what? Why? That's the problem I have with some of the musicians we even have in this country and even outside. He's flying. He wants to fly chartered plane. Some of them want to fly first class. Some of them want to sleep in 10-star hotels and all. As if the hotels are those that are going to perform for them. Let them come on stage. They are like cockroaches doing nothing. They are like frogs croaking. Those that are humble. Those of us who can sleep even at the train station. When we come on stage, we are like Jesus Christ on the mountain. But no, they want branding and hype. Foolish branding and hype. That is where you are now. Yes, Sabodenche. This is the Blackpot, aka Kukushonomo. When we return, more fire. Whoa!
Luxury home. It's a beauty place for every woman. We do braids, wave caps, weave-ons, nails, pedicure, manicure, waxing, massages. We do everything concerning beauty. So if any lady is thinking about beauty, I believe this is the right place for you to be. Nail training here, we do braids training, we do wave caps installation, we do waxing. I mean, anything that we do, the services that we render here, we also train people. So if you want to be a master in nails, if you want to be a professional nail technician, this is the right place for you to be. We will train you and make sure you are a professional, not just any nail tech. At Chick Luxury Beauty Home, we train you to be your own boss. We have international trainers who train you to fit in anywhere in the world. We have our one-man training, and we also have 2 weeks. It's between 2 weeks to 1 month, depending on the individual. Whatever you want, we give it to you. At Chick Luxury Beauty Home, we give you quality yet affordable. So come and get trained and be your own boss.
My sister Paulina and a day after.
You can't seminar. You better free. Appiah'S chapter.
Hey, babe! Sister Paulina, we're reading glasses here, China, Hebrews.
Hey, madam!
Tina Tet Hayan Herbal Capsule, a drawing Tina Brewati Semi. Me ready a mention glasses. Obroni Bessie, see clear.
Hey, no crow. Tina Tet Hayan Herbal Capsules, a full supplement for good vision and not recommended for children below 12 years, asthmatic patients, pregnant and breastfeeding mothers.
A drawing baby atwa, got Tina Tet Herbal Shop. Hey, now way. Yeah, Tina Tet Hayan.
See clear.
Shines brighter in the darkness, and the time is free. I know this from this. Yeah.
Diana Wright, first of all, is a Jamaican. Yes, I'm a Jamaican. I was born in a little parish, a beautiful little parish called Clarendon, outside of Kingston. Everybody knows Kingston, but Clarendon is where I come from. I am a singer. I am an author. I am a songwriter, I am a poetess, and I am an actress, right? I do the whole, I've been doing this for many, many years. And so basically that's who I am. I'm anything art, everything art, that's me. You think art and you think Diana. Yeah. I do reggae music, I do inspirational music, I do cultural music, I do gospel, if you call it gospel. You know, I just do uplifting, clean music. Even the 12-year-old can listen to it. You know, or the adult, if you feel like it needs some motivation or so. The kind of music I do will really, you know, motivate you, and that's basically what I do, reggae predominantly.
Even though them say you can't.
Okay, so the inspiration behind Bed of Roses is this. I actually you know, bad to bad, as we say in Jamaica. There's that little stigma that has always been going on, that most men are not good men, and you don't really have good men, especially like if they're poor and they can't take care of you. Women have 2 hands and 2 feet too, so crippled. You don't necessarily need somebody to take care of you. What you need is a man with a good heart who loves you and who will work with you so you can build an empire. So Bed of Roses is really in the defense of men, and so also to really rewrite the narratives that if a man is poor and can't take care and that is not good for you, which is a lie. You understand? So there are lots of men out there who don't have a lot of money, but they are good and upright men. They just want someone to work with them and someone to motivate them. And so that song was really, to celebrate good men who don't necessarily have a lot of money.
Nice little ranch down a Ochi. Only for veggie where we plant, me not go hungry. Come and say, don't you move in our pantry. Give me a firm foundation with no sand.
Bed of Roses is available to the public on our platform called 16 Bars Multimedia. So on the website it will be the 16BARS M-as-in-Mary.com. So that is 16barsmm.com. Definitely. I am available for live performances any day of the week. So you can contact me first of all, you can reach out to me on my Instagram as Empress Diana, and my Diana has 2 N's. So that's Empress, which is DIANNA. So that's Empress Diana, that's my IG. And also you can send me a link or something on our YouTube. Our YouTube is the same name of our website, 16 Bars Multimedia. We have lots of work there. You can reach us there, and also you can reach us at 16barsmm@outlook.com. So that is 16. This time is the word all spelled out. 16barsmm@outlook.com. And if you choose, when you go on our website, which is the same 16barsmm.com, you can go to the contact page and send us a message. You understand? And usually we respond within a couple of hours. All right. So that's basically it. And I'm sure at the end of this, you will have a number somewhere to contact us. All right. So that's it. That's what I do. And keep the music locked. Yes, I bless.
Nice little ranch down a Ochi. Only for veggie where we plant, me not go hungry. Come and say, don't you move in our pantry. Give me a firm foundation.
Are you really ready for some reggae music? All right, let's do this.
Come Saturday, 23rd July, all the gates of hell will be invaded and Satan Lucifer subjected to a musical baptism of reggae fire in the Hands Across Africa Festival and Expo. Cracking the stage is Eric Donaldson, all the way from Jamaica, Brinsley Ford of Aswad from England, Taj Weeks, His Excellency, all the way from St. Lucia, Diana Wright and Rock River from Jamaica. And from the motherland, Blakk Rasta, Miss V, Ochiami Kwame, Kofi Sapon, The Vibration Kings, and many more. Rate is 50 Ghana cedis regular, 70 Ghana cedis super regular, 150 Ghana cedis VIP, and 200 Ghana cedis VVVV to the umpteenth time IP. Now this is a charity concert seeking to uplift the needy in the African family. Come and support quality reggae music and even more. And remember to uplift your body, your mind and your soul with quality music and support a needy person's survival. It is Saturday the 23rd day of July 2022. Time is 2 p.m. till you drop. Venue, Accra Sports Stadium. This event is a pre-Emancipation Day festival proudly supported by the Ministry of Tourism alongside the Ghana Tourism Authority. This is quality music, cultural music, emancipated music, reggae, more fire.
Go on, Skipper George. Blackpot, Coco Show, man.
This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonamo, where we speak truth to power. Remember, we are live on Pan African TV, live on Loud Silence TV, also live on Ghana Web TV, yes, and live on Blakk Empire TV. We are also live on our YouTube channel, and that is the Blakk Empire Media. And our Blakk is spelled B-L-A-K-K, as you can see on the screen. Do business with us. We are ready to get your business flying on some very serious eagle wings. How you mean? Hey! Next thing I want to look at, because we're running out of time, is this one that I've entitled Nana Addo to sack presidential aspirants. Who are the presidential aspirants? Who are the presidential aspirants? Who are they? I'm talking about those who are trying to be the next candidates, presidential candidates of the NPP. And then those who have it in their mind have also been talking about their ambitions all this while. Now, in the next coming days, I have picked up information from the vineyard that Nana Akufo-Addo is going to ask all of them to resign from his government. And that's the best thing to do. There cannot be a president and you are already looking to be the next president and advertising it. Conflict of interest, right? What should they be doing now? They should be putting all their energy into pushing the president, rather than sitting back, criticizing what he's doing, and yet at the same time they are in the government. Now, if you criticize, it means that you have lost interest in the presidency, right? The president's tenure. Like Ken, my very good friend Ken. I mean, if he was a minister of something, he should be resigning, because this government has failed. And some of them are even saying it. The president should have done this, should have done this. He's not doing that. In some serious country, these people would have resigned. Hey, nobody ever advertises or announces that they want to be president whilst there is a president under who they are serving. Is it conflict of interest? Canada Japan has made it clear that this president has failed. And we have looked at it before. If you missed it, go back and check editions of the Black Pot and you will see it. Now, Baumia, I'm interested to know what will happen when the president says those who want to compete or those who are aspiring to be presidential candidates should step out. What will happen to the vice president's office? What is going to happen? I want to know. Alan Cash, I hear he doesn't like Ejapa at all, but they won't come out and speak. That is why they will never be president of this country. And the other guy too, who's been inspired by the gerontocrat, a president who's flying around aimlessly. Now, yesterday I asked you, a man who flies around aimlessly and is just wandering, he can't control his traveling, is called what? What sickness does he have? It's called dromomania. Watch it. An uncontrollable impulse or desire to wander or travel. That's Nana Addo. You think it's only people who strip naked that have mental issues? This is a mental issue. Dromomania. The president is a dromomaniac. True or false? His party just came out to say he was traveling like that even before he became president. Trying to make an excuse for his traveling now. My brother, my sister, in the next coming days, I want to see what will happen to these aspirants. And it should be a law in their party. Whoever doesn't own up now would hold his peace forever, should not come out again and say, I want to be presidential candidate after this tenure of office. No. If you don't own up now, don't come out again. What will happen to the vice president's office? I want to know. My brother, my sister, this is the Black Pot. I'm going to tackle my last issue and I'm out of here. The next issue I would like to look at is another very interesting one. And it has to do with Jackie Appiah. Who is Jackie Appiah? Hey, the first time I saw Jackie Appiah in a movie, I had an erection that lasted for 3 days. 3 solid days. Gaga ni gaga, Oslo, Dodo, Kaji Kaji. 3 days. so bubbly, so hot. At that time, I was a single bachelor looking for the woman of my dreams. And when I saw her, uncontrollably, erection, 3 days non-stop. I said, hey, Dodo, beautiful lady. She acts well. I saw her in a movie with Majid. And they were in love, doing things. Nice. Now Jackie Appiah, all of a sudden, is in the news. Watch. Jackie Appiah's home leaves many speechless. Hey, some even say Shatta Wale's house as compared to Jackie Appiah's house is a hen coop. Because Shatta Wale is the guy who likes to boast about his house and what he has. The alumi that he wears around his neck that he says is diamond and blah, 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 blah. Boastful Homo sapiens. Now the fans have hit back at him saying, you see the house that you've been boasting about, this is a hen coop. And why are they bringing Shatta Wale in? Because a few weeks back, Shatta Wale said that Jackie Appiah is doing nothing but pussy business. What is pussy business? Prostitution, right? I'm not talking about the pussycat. You know what I'm talking about. Hey, my brother, my sister, look at the house. Doesn't it look like some Hollywood something? My God. Hey, even if you have cancer and go and sleep in this house for 2 hours, the cancer will go. If you are poor and sleep in this house, you wake up with money in your pocket. Hey, if you are impotent and you sleep in Jackie Appiah's bed, you would wake up with a serious erection. Hey, the president, does he have this kind of house? Mahama, does he have this kind of house? Now, if Jackie Appiah truly was doing pussy business, what happened to the other slave queens who have also been engaged in this business for so long? Have they been blowing theirs on beer and chichinga or what? But on a more serious note, why I decided to look at this is this. Do not let us be so excited about Jackie Appiah's house. What we should be excited about is how she got it. You see where the narration is going? The narrative has changed. How did she get this? Can she be investigated? I'm interested. I am interested. Hey. It's not only politicians who are corrupt. I'm not saying Jackie Appiah because she's a friend of mine. I love her. I speak with her time after time. Can we find out how she got this? Especially that her day job is acting. I don't know her about any business, nothing. Recently, one of her sick colleagues complained that she begged Jackie Appiah for something small and Jackie turned her down. We don't know how true it is. You all know who I'm talking about, Addo P. Jackie Appiah is under no obligation to help anybody. My point is, how did she get this? If this was England, she would be investigated. If this was America, she would be investigated. It is not to say that she's stolen somebody's money. It is only to say that we are encouraging accountability and probity. Am I making sense? Hey, how many actors in Ghana have this? How many actors like Jackie Appiah in their caliber and class in Africa have this? So if she has it, we will be glad to know the formula, so that we would also be able to tell whether it is legal or is being built on money that is laundered. Do people understand what I'm saying? Am I making sense? Please tell me. Yes, I'm talking to you. Does it make sense? Can we find out? By now somebody's saying somewhere, hey, Blakk RASTA is jealous. You, your house will be hen coop. I don't get house self. Me, I don't get self. They sleep under tree. I'm not comparing myself and I'm not in any competition with anybody. But I am a man who believes in accountability and probity. Please, can we find out? Under what law can we look at this? You are lawyers, you know better. Do not be excited and put yourself under pressure that you have been acting 20 years before Jackie came. and you have not been able to break through. Let us find out. Listen, I was speaking with a British High Commissioner. Now, I will not even mention names for them to come and put me under pressure and say, oh, no. And what did he tell me? He said, Blakk Rasta, if I drive a brand new car to work tomorrow, the British government would want to understand and know how I got it. The only way I could go free would be that I won a lottery the previous day, or I got a gift. And the gift, the one who gave the gift will be investigated to find out how he got it. That way the society will be accountable and be probed. How many people understand me and don't think that I'm becoming jealous? If you don't understand me, it's on to you. You get it? If you don't get it, forget it. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonomo, and my name Blakk Rasta to Jackie. Congratulations. Invite me one of these days. I would like to sit by the swimming pool and be bitten by 20 mosquitoes. The mosquitoes in your house will be a blessing to me and my family. Hallelujah. Jesus is Lord. Hallelujah. It's been the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power. In the interim, watch me. Whoa!